My name is Jeremy. I'm a veterinarian for the U.S. Army. I have a Bachelor of Science in Animal Science. I have a Master's of Business Administration. I have a Doctorate of Veterinary Medicine, and I have a Master's of Public Health. And we've been homeschooling for a year. We chose to homeschool mainly because we were looking for a different alternative to public education. My wife and I are both publicly educated, and we wanted something different for our children. We've talked to a lot of people, had a lot of experience with people who've sent their kids to public school recently, and just, I don't know, the level of education that I think their kids are getting isn't quite as high as I would like it to be, and so I wanted to have more input into what my kids are learning. The kids are learning a lot. We started with my son, who's 5, and then we'll integrate my 4-year-old daughter in this year, and even with her, just listening to the CDs and stuff in the car, she's already picking up on a lot of the material herself. It's just, so far, I mean, we've only done the foundations, but, so our kids are really, like, they pick up on things, you know, they hear those terms, those facts that they're learning and memorizing at this age, and if they hear them in some other area, they get excited. They get really excited about the fact that they know something that's going on in the world around them, and it's really cool to see. So we watch a lot of Jeopardy at home. And so, you know, they ask a lot of trivia questions and things, and so there was a question, it's been about a week ago now, where one of the topics that they've learned about in the history sentences came up. I can't remember the exact topic, but my son and my daughter, who hasn't even really started yet, she's just listened to the CDs, they're both jumping up and down that they heard something that they recognized on Jeopardy. It's just given us a good foundation, a good platform to really, you know, a lot of times when you're looking at homeschool curricula, there's a lot of stuff out there. And with this, we have a group that we can meet with once a week to get our kids out and meeting other kids. And then you also have a good curriculum that really marries up with a lot of what we want our kids to learn. And so that's why we chose it. If you're homeschooling, you know, definitely look around, find something that matches up with your values and what you want, what you're looking for in your kids. Having a good vision of where you want your kids to end up in life, I think, will drive the curriculum that you choose. As far as CC goes, getting involved. My wife has gotten really involved with it, and I'm trying to get, you know, I'm here at the practicum this year. She came last year, so that I can get more involved and help out at home because, you know, working dad, it's a little bit harder for me to be involved as much, but I come home at night and I'm helping quiz them and stuff like that. So I get a little bit of input in the evenings before they go to bed. I've enjoyed it a lot because it's definitely given me, you know, I've watched my kids go through it for a year, and I don't have this background information that's really necessary, and so by coming and seeing the background information that my wife got last year, it's really helping me understand a little bit better what they're going through each week with their schoolwork. If you're considering CC, you know, definitely, you know, talk to somebody who's doing it because they can tell you really what it's like. We love it, and we've seen our kids learn a lot just in a short amount of time, and I would just, you know, I would recommend it to other parents. I have a Bachelor of Science in Animal Science. I have a Master's of Business Administration. I have a Doctorate of Veterinary Medicine, and I have a Master's of Public Health. So I've been in school since I was 5 years old, and I'm now 36.
Wow!
I think that with the program, they're gonna learn all the things that they need to know and probably learn them quicker and easier than my wife and I did in the public schools setting. I was talking to someone else. When I went to vet school, I went to a veterinary school that was problem-based learning, so it's very much the Socratic method and the classical method. So I had to really switch gears from how I'd done my undergrad degree and my Master's of Business Administration degree and really get back into that method for 4 years while I was doing that degree. And, you know, if I can become a doctor using the same method, then my kids can learn basic education and move on in life and do something with their life as well. was tough to go backwards. When you've been in a public school setting where things are given to you in increments and pieces, or in lectures, or like we talked about where you go to a subject, you get that information, the bell rings, you move on. It was very tough initially to kind of get back into that mentality of, asking good questions. What do I need to know? How do I solve a medical problem for an animal? And so it was very challenging at first, but once you get into it, it really does open the doors where you're not limited to what you can learn. You're only limited by the amount of time you want to put in.
That's awesome.